Hi y'all, I talked about some air car, some Atomic Limited Vintage, some Kill Show, and now I'm back again with Hot Wheels, good old Hot Wheels. This is from a recent trade I did with someone on Reddit, and this was like pretty much the most incredible trade ever. It's not even uh I traded like one semi-recent fantasy treasure hunt and three older just mainline fantasy cars. They're just lying around. They're not getting any love from me. And I traded for honestly, I only wanted to trade for this, which I thought was a pretty good up trade already. Um, I would gladly trade like a bunch of mainlines for anything that's more interesting, more exciting than the mainline. And honestly, 4 for 1 for this is good enough already. But the person I was talking to was kind enough to actually add a another regular treasure hunt, which is this special Hallows Special Edition Camaro, which is like this at this point. I'm just like way more than generous already. And then he said he was gonna add a couple of extras. I was like, no man, this is this is gonna make me so like awkward already. I mean, obviously, 100%, I really appreciate it, but like, man, I was a bit embarrassed. But he actually added two other cars. The first of which is another regular treasure hunt, but I already had this one already. It's the Unimog, really cool car. But I already have one loose already, so I didn't feel the need to open this up. And an actual premium car. I was like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit, man! This is incredible. I'm really, like super grateful. But man, I don't really know what to say. But I'll get through all of these three cars. Just talk about them and yeah. So I'm just go from like the least interesting to the most interesting, in my opinion. So this is the name specifically would be the lovely. But this is the special Hallows edition Camaro, and this is one of like obviously one of the newer generations of Camaro done, especially to celebrate like the 50 years of Hot Wheels or Camaro or something, or maybe both. I should have done this research beforehand, but whatever. I mean, it is just a Camaro, and you can really see there has been, I'm pretty sure there's a blue version of the real car, and there's actually a green version of the real car. If you look at it, like the rims are actually these on Hot Wheels trapezoids, or trapezium, or however you want to call it, which is really cool. Obviously, anything that's licensed, regular treasure hunt will be more popular than the ones that are unlicensed, and this one especially so because it's properly Hot Wheels, and it's properly real car, special edition done just for Hot Wheels. It's really interesting. It got the paint on both sides. I mean, literally the two sides. You see the regular treasure hunt circle flame symbol right here, and as well as on the other side, as well as you can see the stripes on the other side, as well as the Hot Wheels logo. On the top, it also has these central stripes as well. It's got a bit of a misprint right here. This should be green. This tiny bit right here should be green, not black, but that's fine. I mean, with regular treasure hunt, it's basically just a Hot Wheels mainline. It was a tiny other print and slightly rare. There's nothing special about them, so I'm not really expecting like super hyper quality control. That's fine. What ifs? Would have been nice for the grill to be, not the grill, like for the headlights to be painted, but since it's showing the color of the interior, I want to say. Yeah, it's showing the black and not the dark gray of the base. So it's showing this part is part of the interior. So it's got some texture changes, some color changes. It's not too bad. Backlights for one car doesn't necessarily have to be there, but obviously it will be much nicer if it has. It's a really cool Camaro. I don't even have those cases where I live right now, so yeah, super grateful for this. Next up, in terms of like least interesting, most interesting, that will be this one. This is the ID Chase, Ford Escort RS 1600. That's what it is, right? Yes, RS 1970 Ford Escort RS 1600. This is a Ford Europe. You see this car a lot from Fast and the Furious. I actually don't. I had one of these ones. The basic versions was like the regular orange and Obviously no ID chip. I actually purchased that one alongside the Hot Wheels, alongside the Fast and Furious 5-pack blue one. I still have the another mainline from maybe a year or two, probably last year, right? 2019. The black one was the Gumball 3000, right? Gumball 3000, yeah. And that one is pretty cool. I'm keeping that one for now. So unfortunately, I don't have like the normal version of this compared to, but obviously it's the difference being the super awesome Spectra Flame paint. You can see the deco is still exactly the same, except you can actually get Hallows ID here. Yeah, all around really cool. And this thing has a bit of paint chip as well. I remember quite, yeah. So you can see this bit is missing a bit of a white. That's honestly, like, again, these things are pretty much done in the same with the same kind of quality control as you would expect on a mainline vehicle. So this is not surprising, although it's unfortunate, I would say. You can see a bit of the white missing here as well. Just the paint in general is a bit too thin in my opinion. And obviously down here you see the ID chip, which is all really nice. I don't understand why, like, the Hot Wheels ID chases, I mean, they're a lot newer, I get that, but like, why is it in secondary market go less, like so much less than a Super Treasure Hunt? I mean, like, quantity wise we're not super sure, right? But they're definitely a lot closer to Super Treasure Hunt quantity rather than regular Treasure Hunt quantity. A lot rarer than the regular Treasure Hunts. And they're pretty much a premium version of the car. I mean, with Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunts, there's still a big difference between a Super Treasure Hunt and like a proper premium real rider Hot Wheels, right? Because they still have plastic bases, while premium Hot Wheel cars are like metal body, metal base, which is a very tiny difference, right? But this is properly like exactly the same as a Hot Wheels ID car, except, you know, the wheels aren't exactly the same, but like they're still plastic wheels. It's not like it's a downgrade or anything. And obviously, at least right now, Hot Wheels IDs are still being sold for $7. Excuse me, or at least where I've seen them, the same as like a car culture will go for. So like this thing is like $10 online without considering shipping. Like ship maybe a little 15 at most. I don't get it. Like the only difference between this and a Super Treasure Hunt, you know, it just doesn't have rubber tires, and I don't know if that's like a huge deal. It's gotta be, right? Otherwise, I don't know. Or maybe this whole system, which is a bit new, it doesn't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Obviously, it has a chip. If you have the Hot Wheels ID portal, it's great. I don't, and I'm not gonna spend like what $3 on it. It's not worth it for me personally speaking, but it's a fun thing to keep track of, like track times and all that. It obviously still has like this nice Spectra Flame color. It is a chase model, so I'm glad to have it in my collection. And this is the only well, so far the only Hot Wheels ID chase I've found actually on the pegs. Well, these two are my only two mainline ID chases. And you can see, although they're both in this orange Spectra Flame color, they're not the exact same color. You can see pretty clear on screen. The Time Attack C is just a little bit darker, while this one seems a little lighter, a little brighter, however you want to put it. Yeah, but still very, very glad to have this in my collection. It's just a really cool car, and yeah, it's really cool. I don't know what more there is to say, and obviously being a licensed car is more interesting for me personally, although obviously I'm never going to complain. I'm not going to complain finding an ID chase on the pegs ever. And finally, this is a car I was totally not expecting to get. This is from this is what, release 3 of the Hot Wheels. 1, 2, 3, right? This is the third release of the Hot Wheels Boulevard, which I haven't been keeping track because I don't got Walmarts around me, and those are Walmart exclusives. So far, I'm pretty sure I have like one car from each release so far. Or maybe 2. I don't know. I have the 67 Camaro with the gold one with the opening engine cover, which is pretty cool. I have the I traded for the Koenigsegg Agera R, which is not Swiss, it's Swedish. My I don't know, like the Koenigsegg, the name is just so German. It is German, right? The Koenigsegg family originated from German-speaking lands. Also German. My brain immediately thought it's got to be Swiss, but it's not. It's Switzerland. Here we go again. It's not Switzerland. It's Sweden. My brain keep mixing these two up, so I apologize to everyone who's Swiss or Swedish. Now I have this one. This is the Pontiac GTO, specifically the 1966 version. This is a brand new casting from Hot Wheels, and this is where you can actually see original. I thought like with more recent Hot Wheels releases, they're trying to be more true to proportions, and you can see in this case it's definitely not the case. I mean, it's still a really, really cool car, and obviously I'm really grateful for the person I traded with for adding this here. Like, he shouldn't have, really. Man, I love the Pontiac GTO. I love Pontiac in general. Rest in peace. Press F to pay respects. And, man, like, they do such gorgeous vehicles. I love the Firebird, and the Pontiac GTO is such a gorgeous car as well. But you can see in this case, Hot Wheels really, really slammed it down. I love my, well, probably the only one, but I love my panini press analogies. Like someone put like a car in a panini press and just press it down. This is what you get. And Hot Wheels does this quite a bit. Just slam the whole car down. I mean, it's really, really cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, turning this into like such a slammed vehicle is really, really cool on Hot Wheels' part. Makes for a really cool toy. But personally, I like my proportions the way it's supposed to be. But I mean, everything that's recognizable, that's distinct about this car, still preserved. So I'm not gonna complain too much about it. And you can see in this metal flake gray, dark gray color is really cool. The red here is, would this be maroon? I don't know, but like the color is really nice to grow, and because it's a premium release, you get the full details. Very nice at the front, very nice at the back, and you see Pontiac. Backlights. It says HWGTO. Gorgeous looking cars. This is a new casting, and it fits really well with the like the original Hot Wheels Boulevard Pontiac 1966 Pontiac GTO custom station wagon. Really, really cool looking car. Unfortunately, it's not true to proportions, but it's cool nevertheless. 66 GTO metal base, and this is the first release of this car. There's quite a few Boulevard cars I do want to get. I mean, the Ford GT I could care less about. It's a cool car, but you know, it's Hot Wheels, and they're not gonna bother upgrading their mainline cars. So, Greenlight is still the best on that front. And it's from like a show or YouTube channel, whatever. I don't really care about that. The Bel Air Gasser just obviously is gonna go for crazy amount of money. I could not care less. Pontiac GTO I like, and for the next release, ooh, that's gonna be interesting. I do want the Moon Eyes Cool Combi. It's very distinctly Hot Wheels for me, and that one being tuned, it just I don't mind that. You know, like it's obviously something that's designed to be different, and I love it for that. I don't really need the A86. I have better brands for that, and I don't remember what some of the other cars are. But yeah, the Boulevard line is really nice. Unfortunately, it's Walmart exclusive. Not that my target hits any premium cars anyway. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And Hot Wheels, obviously, this is not even the first Pontiac GTO Hot Wheels has ever done. Hot Wheels have a lot of vehicles. The only other premium one, sort of premium one I have is this 1967 Pontiac GTO. And you can see just like how like the grills are very, very similar, although like they're obviously differently proportioned, differently scaled. The new one, the 66, is a lot wider than the 67, just the different ways Hot Wheels did their cars. And while this one is totally slammed, this one has those enlarged back wheels that you see a lot from Hot Wheels. In my personal taste for my collection, neither are ideal, but they're both really cool. So, and this one, by the way, is from Hot Wheels 100% Preferred. I think it's like a similar thing. Hot Wheels, it's kind of like a cooperation. like a collaboration. That's the word, between Hot Wheels and some kind of magazine. I think it might be like Muscle City or something like that. I'm not perfectly sure. And this one is also premium release. You can see the front details with the grille and the headlights. You can see the Pontiac logo right here. Some details on the side, really nicely done, as well as like a full back detailing. The rims are red lines. Those are real riders. Those are rubber tires, and it actually has a plastic base, which is interesting. But it's a cool car to have nevertheless. I do want to I wonder what other companies do Pontiac GTO. Maybe Greenlight or Auto World. I might have to resort to M2 machines, which I'd rather not, but maybe. And this is one of the reasons I'm not the biggest fan of like black diecast cars. I like the color black a ton in real life, which is unfortunate because wearing black in summer is like the worst idea ever. I like black cars. I love the color black in real life. But in terms of diecast, first of all, you can just see like dust and dirt is so noticeable on black colors, and black usually obscures details quite a bit. It doesn't matter that much on Hot Wheels because they don't have a ton of details to speak of, but it just obscures details quite a bit. It's hard to make out like all of the sharp lines you might see on other more premium brands. But more than anything else, you could just, for someone who is obsessive compulsive with stuff as myself, like you want to just compulsively clean the car like every 3 minutes, which is just not what you want to do with a diecast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have exhausted everything I wanted to say about this Pontiac GTO. This Hallows ID Chase Ford Escort, as well as the General Motors Chevrolet Camaro Hot Wheels Special Editions. Yeah, all three really cool cars. I'm still a little embarrassed because like I shouldn't have gotten this trade. This is way too much in my favor. Don't feel great about it, to be honest. But I'm still, like I said, I'm super grateful. I'm glad to have all of everything here. Yeah, that's wow, it's a lot of rambling. Sorry about that. Hope you enjoyed it. Probably didn't, but that's fine, right? Thank you for watching, and talk to you again soon. Bye bye.